got a question, Jimmy.
Awesome.
This might be for Tom. How does it work if two members in the household they own two separate businesses and they're a part of boss? How does it work on the funding end when it comes to the address for the business if they're using the home as the address? Would that affect anything?
So let me make sure I follow you correctly then. So you've got um, two different people in the household who own two different businesses, and they're both going to go after financing under those different entities with a PG. How does that work? And is there anything tricky or difficult about it? Am I close, or is that it?
Yeah, that's close, very close. Yep.
I mean, it's really no different for the most part than if they do the same thing for a consumer credit card, for an individual credit card, so, nothing wrong with and nothing super abnormal about, different businesses out of the same address. The fact that you're in an office park and you're suite 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, multiple addresses, multiple businesses out of the same address rather. Yeah, residential is a little bit different, but no crazy nuance there. And I don't know if there's more to it that you're asking than that, but yeah, there's nothing problematic about that foundationally.
Okay. Cool. Thank
And
you.
remember, that's another, I'm glad you kind of asked it. That's another reason why it's almost always best to apply for your credit facilities individually rather than as a joint application, right? If you apply individually, you can always add that second person as an authorized user, but now you can provide that separation, and he can have this and she can have that. And if you both want the same card, credit facility, or whatever, technically, if you qualify, you're on your own individual merits, you're good. So my wife and I, for example, we don't have a single, credit facility that we possess jointly. She's an authorized user, I'm an authorized user, things like that. But I'm sure there are reasons, maybe a mortgage scenario where, it's necessary or you want that to happen, or, quite frankly, I think I would advocate for that, in terms of the mortgage piece. But for your other credit facilities, I'm sure there's some instances where it does make sense, or maybe where it's necessary. For example, for qualification purposes, it might be necessary. But when it's not necessary, I'm prone to say 95 to 99% of the time, then you don't apply jointly. You apply individually. And then if you want that other person to have access to that credit facility, that say credit card, then you make them an authorized user. So that's always been our position. If anybody knows of a scenario that's part of the exception to that rule, I'd love to hear it, because I'm sure they're out there, but I can't think of one.